INJ Injective protocol has been going up only. It's trading over $30. We started first following this in our Discord community when it was below $2. Although this token has been going up only, we are going to be doing a data-driven analysis to find out if it could go all the way up to $500. We're going to be looking at tokenomics, fundraising, the ecosystem, the value capture mechanism for the INJ token to get a better sense if this is a realistic price target. So please subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching, and let's dive in. Looking at the technicals for INJ, it had a swing high on December 14th, just shy of $34. And when we zoom out here, it is clear to see it has been going up only over 300% from the October lows. Impressive. When we look at the CoinGecko page, it has a market cap just under 2.6 billion, a fully diluted market cap just over 3 billion, 100 million total supply, and of that, 84 million is currently in circulation, so it is mostly vested. We are going to take a closer look at the vesting, but this is a great overview. Looking at the markets tab on CoinGecko, the easiest way to figure out where you can buy this token, you click on the markets and you can see that it is available on Binance, KuCoin, Coinbase, Bybit, Kraken, Woo, Mexi, just about every major exchange has this token. And if you're more of a decentralized person and you like those dexes, I would really recommend using Osmosis. That is a Cosmos native dex, which has this token available. And so now that we've talked about how you can access this project yourself and the basics concerning market cap and tokenomics, we are going to be diving straight into our price prediction. The other thing that I want to focus on before we dive into the price prediction is market cap. So INJ has been around for multiple cycles. This is a token that had an all-time high during the previous bull market of 575 million, give or take. This was the 2021 high, and as you can see, it has greatly increased in market cap. When we were at that 2021 high for price, it looks like we were just shy of $13. So as you can see, despite the price being much higher because of token vesting, the market cap has climbed significantly. This means the majority of inflation for INJ has already happened, which for investors joining the game is a very good signal. Before we dive into the nitty-gritty technicals, here is my price prediction for INJ. We are going to be backing this up with data, but we want to get a rough idea how high could this go. So I think $500 is a reasonable place to start. So here is some back of the envelope math. We are going to be doing 500 divided by the current price of INJ, which is 30, which means that the market cap has to multiply by a factor of 16.6. The current market cap for INJ is 2.593, so we'll round that to 2.6 billion. Again, guys, back of the envelope math. Times by 2.6 billion, and that gives us a total market cap of $43 billion. Quick interruption before we resume this data-driven analysis. We stream 5 days a week on TikTok, we post real-time crypto updates on Twitter, and we have a free Discord community with loads of other people. I'd love to see you there, and if you want to get involved with our ecosystem, there is a link in the description for our link tree and all of these amazing communities. To get a better idea if this is a realistic price, I'm going to compare to two other layer 1. The first is Solana, which had a bull market peak market cap of 75 billion, and comparing to Avalanche, which had a bull market peak of just over 30 billion. I think with this in mind, it becomes much more realistic that we are able to hit our market cap target of $43 billion, which, back of the envelope math, is around $500 per INJ token. A fun thought experiment comparing apples to oranges would be Doge's all-time high market cap at $95 billion. Obviously, this is a meme, but INJ at this price point would be pretty close to $1,000 per coin. It is really important to remember that cryptocurrency is an extremely irrational market that does not need to make sense. This can work both to the upside with overpricing and to the downside with mispricing. Remember, the crypto market is highly irrational, highly volatile, and highly speculative. The price prediction boasts some fancy numbers. Although these are really high targets, we're going to take a closer look at the ecosystem, the technology itself, its addressable market, and if it is going to be able to do even a fraction of what we're talking about. The easiest way to understand what INJ's value proposition is it wants to bring financial derivatives into a crypto native product. This is the blockchain built for finance, and that's basically exactly what it's planned to be used for. We'll talk about fundraising, but there are some very flashy names on that screen. It's got a 0.8 second block time, the average cost is less than 1 cent, and it boasts that it creates best-in-class financial apps. It's got a very large ecosystem, which we will get into, but this Helix order book exchange is one to keep in mind. If we were to look at Uniswap or Trader Joe, these are products that do not have order books, and you kind of just submit an order into the nether and hope it fills. But by having Injective technology, this fast latency allows order books and real on-time visualization for limit orders or supply and demand in the order books. This is something very unique and pretty much only possible with low latency blockchains like INJ or Solana. Part of the reason why I think Injective has a lot of potential is because it was basically built for finance. Unlike other projects like XRP, for example, which are trying to adopt into the derivatives ecosystem, this is Injective's key value proposition. This is literally what it is built for. On their website, they have a lot of different featured dApps. So for example, this Talus one used to be an NFT exchange in the Terra Luna ecosystem, but has pivoted to the Injective ecosystem. If you stake your INJ, you will earn an airdrop, but again, we're going to talk about that more in depth later. I have another picture here, although I do recommend going to their website and seeing just how wide their ecosystem is. This graph is a much better interoperability understanding. We have interoperability protocols, we have different exchanges that offer INJ, lots of different wallets. Basically anything that works with Cosmos will work with INJ, and there is a very wide breadth of different institutions that have funded it. There's an Injective incubator protocol, and the DeFi ecosystem, as you'd expect with a financial blockchain, is robust. Another key thing to watch with these new tokens is fundraising investing. We're going to be taking a look at who their early investors were, the investing schedule for these tokens, and most importantly, getting a better understanding if there is price sensitive times where these tokens unlock. We've alluded to it multiple times throughout this YouTube video so far. Don't forget to subscribe, but the fundraising for Injective included a lot of big names. INJ did have a Binance launchpad in October 2020. Their seed sale was in 2018 where Binance Lab was the primary lead. Their private sale in 2020 was led by Pantera Capital, which is a very big fund. The Binance launchpad was October 2020. The funding round in 2021 was also led by Binance Labs, which was co-funded by Mark Cuban, Block Tower Capital, Hashed, and a couple others. There was a 2022 another funding round led by Jump, another behemoth in the crypto venture capital space, and they doubled down in the 2023 funding round. What's really important, like we talked about earlier, there's 100 million tokens, there's 84 in circulation, and so that means there's only 16% left of the total supply yet to be emitted. So using this website Drops tab, which is a really good website for getting a closer look at token fundraising and tokenomics, we were on this fundraising window right here. We're going to go ahead and click vesting, and we can see a better understanding of when these tokens unlock. So far it seems like the team have more vesting in 37 days for 3.34% of the total supply, while advisors get another unlock in 37 days. Personally, I am a firm believer that token vesting during a bull market or when the sentiment is really bullish doesn't have that strong of an impact. But when we are in a bear market and there's not many buyers in the ecosystem, that is when token vesting has a much more significant impact. Looking at the token trading volume, doubling back to the CoinGecko window, the 24-hour trading volume was $401 million. When we look at Drops tab, well, they're only releasing $10 million to advisors and they're releasing $100 million to team. My gut instinct is that they're not going to be too keen to dump on these prices knowing how much potential this project has. One of the easiest ways to track a protocol's real adoption and on-chain usage is with DeFi Llama. Here it is clear to see that Injective only has a total value locked of $12 million, which frankly is very low. But when you look through the protocol rankings, you can see that majority of it is in Helix. Like we were talking about earlier, Helix is the leading decentralized exchange in the Injective ecosystem, so it kind of makes sense that it has the highest TVL. It is rumored they are going to be having an airdrop, so if you really like Injective, consider using Helix because you will qualify for an airdrop based on usage and most importantly if you stake your Injective. To finish off this video, we're going to be talking about staking INJ, claiming airdrops, and of course the supply-sided shock when all of these tokens are staked. Buckle up. One of the reasons why I think Injective has been doing really well is because so much INJ is staked. Using their website Staking Rewards, you can see that 47% of all INJ is staked. That introduces very interesting supply-demand dynamics because obviously you can only stake spot INJ, which adds to illiquidity in the spot order books, which could add to upwards pressure because there's none available to be bought. The reward rate right now is around 18%, and you can obtain that by staking through the Kepler wallet. The Kepler wallet is the flagship product of the Cosmos ecosystem, so let's talk about it. This is what the Kepler wallet Injective dashboard looks like, and when you see it says 15.51% APR for staking Injective, and you can pick different delegators. The reason these delegators have different voting power, because that basically means how much INJ is delegated to them in proportion to the rest that is staked. You want to pick one that has a high voting power and relatively low commissions. In my opinion, picking really any of these is equivalent, but at the end of the day, you really need to understand it because there is a chance you could lose your tokens in the chance of a validator failure. That is something I have never seen personally, but that is a risk anytime you are getting involved with proof of stake. That could happen in the Binance Smart Chain ecosystem, that could happen in the Ethereum ecosystem, that could happen in the Polkadot ecosystem. You get the idea. On the Injective Hub website, you are able to bridge your assets from Ethereum in case you have INJ on the Ethereum network into the Cosmos ecosystem for it to be staked on the Injective network. At the end of the day, this bridge is very useful. You also have an ability to stake straight through the Injective Hub, as well as the typical wallet functionalities. Overall, to me, the downside seems very low to staking because if you stake your Injective, you are eligible for all of the airdrops that happen within the Injective ecosystem. So every time a new protocol brings a token to market and you have your INJ staked, you will qualify. The important thing to know here is that these staking rewards are not passive. You get the ability to claim them. What I would recommend doing is maybe every Sunday or every Wednesday or whenever you have some free time, every week, set a calendar reminder and remind yourself to look through your Kepler wallet to see if you have airdrops available. This works for both INJ, Celestia, and just about every protocol in the Cosmos ecosystem. The last thing I'd like to keep in mind with DeFi Llama is if you keep a track and you favorite this for Injective or Celestia, you can see when new protocols start working in the ecosystem, and specifically if they say just one chain like Helix or like Black Panther or like Griffin, there is a strong possibility that they might have a token airdrop in the future. So if you use these protocols with your spare Injective, you can get excess allocation. Remember, airdrops, they want you to be a beta tester. Use this protocol, stress test it, and test out all the unique features they are bringing to market to maximize your potential allocation. And please remember, if you ever need help or if you want a second opinion, we stream 5 days a week. It is mostly on TikTok because that is where majority of our community is. If you visit the profile with the handle @DeFiDaddy1, you can press the bell in the top right to get notifications every time we are live and every time we post. Remember, we wouldn't post something if it wasn't worth your time. Thank you for sticking around until the end and watching this video through. I really appreciate your support, so please subscribe to this channel, join the Discord, and follow us on Twitter for real-time crypto alpha. Thank you for watching. Take care.